You're watching Q in the streets. Q in the streets. Said you're watching Q in the
It's Q in the street. I love everybody here. They've been good to me.
It's Tashina Arnold, and it's Q in the street.
I love that.
For Q in the streets, you need to make sure you go to his bio right now and click that link, okay?
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Q. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to...
Hey, y'all, what's going on? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Q, but back in the building with another video. Before I start, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell. All right, y'all. All right, guys, we're going to jump right into Loving Hip Hop Season 9, Episode 6, titled You Trippin'. All right, so the first scene, you got KK, Cheyenne, and Scrap. Now, is it me or is KK a little bit too old to be just diving into the mess? Like, I feel like even with down to KK wearing a sweatsuit, I feel like KK came prepared to have an argument, to fight, to have some type of physical altercation, because we know KK don't mind grabbing a wig. So I do feel like KK came prepared, you know, to be messy and start some mess. Speaking of KK being messy and starting some mess, KK released the news to her son, Scrap De Leon, that his sister, quote unquote, Cheyenne, is having some type of relationship with Shooter. Now, y'all drop down in the comments down below and let me know, why is Cheyenne not wanting Scrap De Leon to know that she has a relationship with Shooter, and not just for 1 year, but for 2 years and all this long stuff like that? But it just kind of makes me replay in my head, well, where the hell was Sierra these past 2 years and everybody else whose BK has had on this show? But y'all already know how this Love and Hip Hop stuff goes. So Shooter and Scrap, they got some brother stuff that I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about later on in the scene, and they do. However, KK, we thank you for always bringing the mess. And then as she's leaving the room, KK says, and I will see you guys later, and I'll be waiting on my apology. KK, put the fighting gloves up, girl. You're too old. All right, so let's get into this whole girl fix it weekend. You got Bambi, Shekinah, Carly Red, you had Sierra, you had a couple of girls on the trip, you know, whatever like that and everything like that. So they having this whole girls weekend where they're going to fix their relationship and not, you know, deal with men, even though men came up, and we're going to get to that in a second. They have some things as sisters and as friends, I think they just want to put on the table, talk about, get it over with and everything like that. So Spice is mad with Shekinah because Spice is that friend where she's, you know, she's not from Atlanta. She's trying to move to Atlanta. She got a few things she's trying to do. And she's reaching out to Shekinah like, hey, girl, take me around to different neighborhoods. See if you can, you know, drive me around to, and, you know, just go house shopping and house hunting and everything like that. And Shekinah's been a whack friend, and she's, you know, I guess busy or avoiding her and not answering a phone call. And as a friend, I know how that is when you're trying to reach out to a person. They just not answering the phone, acting like they so busy. It's like, you're watching my Insta story, you're watching me on Snapchat, but yet you're not returning my text message. You ever had somebody hit you up on social media, but then they don't respond to you on text? It's like, how do you respond to me, but you don't see my text messages? And Spice is pretty much over it. She like, every time she kind of see me, she like, oh girl, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you this and I'm gonna show you that. But when it's boiled down to time to do it, you don't come through with your promise. And she's tired of the broken promises. And as a friend, Spice, I understand where you're coming from. So it was a cute little moment. All the girls are taking the pregnancy test, and you know, they running around the house. Y'all, that was probably one of the funniest scenes I have seen on Love and Hip Hop in a long time. Let me tell you, for so many reasons. First of all, Sierra getting pranked by Bambi was probably one of the most classic scenes of all times. I don't know what it was about Sierra, but Sierra had the most ugliest cry. Her face had already looked like a balloon. She just looked like, I was just like, what is happening with Sierra's face? It was like, she was like, melting, I'm melting, I don't want to be pregnant. It's like, girl, if you got to do all of that, if you found out you was pregnant, you might need to be wrapping it up, because the way Sierra just carried on, y'all, and carried on, and carried on, you would have thought somebody just told her like she lost her mama, like her fake booty had fell out, one of her fake cheeks had fell out, one of her fake lips had fell out, and I love Sierra. But I'm just saying, like, that scene was just so funny, and I promise you, I would have been Spice or Carly Red. I would have been on the floor crying, because the way that Sierra was carrying on in that scene was so dramatic, but so freaking funny. All right, so we get on to the next scene. We get on to the breakfast girls scene where they're talking about, you know, we're not here to talk about men, you know, all da. But men come up, but prior to that, they're running around in the kitchen. They're running around in the kitchen, running around with these dildos and all this other kind of carrying on, and running after Shakana and Spice and all them kind of, and all that they had going on. But let's get down to the mess. So Spice opens up the floor and she pretty much calls Sierra to the carpet, and she's like, listen, baby girl, all that crying that you did last night, why are you crying over a man that way, and you carried on the way that you did, and you're out here having unprotected sex with this man? Why are you in this type of predicament with BK if you're gonna break down crying like that? And so Sierra pretty much tells her piece, and then that just kind of just opens the floor up, and everybody just starts talking, and you know, they all started talking about their man problem, and Shakana started talking about domestic violence. It was a very emotional scene to see with all the ladies. However, this was a time to see everybody kind of getting along and being vulnerable and opening up and talk about different things that they're going on as black women, as supporting each other and being each other's support system. Because a lot of times when we do go through breakups and things like that or such with our relationships or in our friendships, we need a support group and we need a support system. So for me, it was good to see those women be real and genuine in that moment, and seeing all the girls cry and upset and all that good stuff. Speaking of people, you know, getting their groups and formulating things, we go on to the next scene. We go on to Young Jock. Young Jock is at my store in Atlanta, Connoisseur Paris, where I am a brand ambassador along with my brother Travis Cure. You guys have seen him on BET, Tyler Perry, and a few other things. But anywho, I am a brand ambassador of that store. So to see them in there with my people, shout out to Alan, shout out to, because he's the owner, shout out to all the employees. Every time you go there, it's definitely a dapper experience. So if you are a man in Atlanta and you're looking for a tux and you're looking for something like a more, you know, upper echelon type event, definitely go over to Connoisseur Paris. Let them know Q sent you. The suit that I had on for Chasing Atlanta's reunion last year came from them, and they've styled me for a lot of other times as well. Anywho, Young Jock is, you know, picking out his groomsmen, picking out suits and the whole nine. And it's just so funny to see Jock getting ready to be married, because we all remember Jock from him and Carly Red days and all those good Karen. You know, it's just to see just the growth from Young Jock. However, Jock is saying that, you know, he really doesn't want to be involved in the wedding planning, and a lot of guys aren't, so we're not gonna really hold that over his head. He did say he didn't want no strippers at the event though, and it's just kind of like, can y'all imagine having going to a Young Jock event and he not having no strippers? Hell, can you imagine going to your own bachelor night and you don't have any strippers and you don't have a good time? You know, so I think whoever this girl is really bringing out a different side of Young Jock that we're not used to seeing, and we are here for it. Scrap De Leon calls out Shooter to the carpet about this whole Cheyenne situation. I definitely am Team Scrap on this. We cannot do business together if I cannot trust you. How are you going around here having a whole 1 year, 2 year relationship, talking, situationship, whatever you got going on with a friend of mine, with my quote unquote sister? We've all been in being around each other in the same proximity several times. For you to be in my space and nobody say something is kind of foul, and I look at you like a snake. Scrap, I am 1000% in your corner. I feel like all of them owe you an explanation. I do think that you were right with pulling the card on going in business with Shooter. A lot of times we allow our friends to do passes and all that kind of carrying on, but it's kind of like when a person shows you who they are, believe them. And I feel like Shooter is showing Scrap De Leon exactly who he is, and he's not here for the bullcrap. And he doesn't trust Shooter, and I don't blame him. So we're going to go ahead to the next scene. We got Spice and Carly picking on Shekinah. It's really not too much they have really going on. I don't know why them girls is bantering, but they acting like a bunch of little kids on the bus. Shekinah mad because Spice had that, her and Spice are real friends, so she don't understand why they picking on her on the bus. And I don't know what the girls had going on the bus and the bus ride. I don't know if they were just drinking too much or what, but is it weird that every time I see Sierra on the phone with Shooter, she's like trying to make him say I love you, and it's okay for you to tell me you love me and I love you and I love my kids. Now, is it me, or when you break up with somebody, I know you still have love for them, but it's just kind of like the situation that they have going on and under the circumstances that they're going on. It just makes Sierra look like she's reaching for Shooter in a manner that she shouldn't be reaching for him. Or is it just me? Or if you guys have been in a marriage and you do you still communicate with your ex and your, somebody to split with and still say I love you? And is it every time you guys communicate, or, how is that? You guys let me know. Maybe you guys can educate and give me a little bit of wisdom in that area. I just want to know, is it normal? Let's go ahead and get into Kiyomi and things that are not normal. Kiyomi, your ketchup spaghetti was not normal. I don't understand why girls like Kiyomi. Well, I do understand why girls like Kiyomi come on this show, but it's just kind of like I feel like she has so much more to offer, and you're coming on being a girlfriend, and this whole open relationship, her and Shooter going to this storyline of being in an open relationship. I just feel like, can we take Shooter's peach and give it to some other artists who are actually in Atlanta so it can be love and hip hop? Like her talking about ketchup, I'm sorry y'all, I'm just not a fan for it. I can get rid of Shooter. Honestly, I really could do without Shooter. I mean, hell, even his son could do without her food. He didn't even want to. He didn't even. That scene was just so awkward. I don't know why they had Kiyomi in this house trying to look like a mom, trying to look like a mother figure. Nothing about that scene she had gave me mother figure. Nothing gave me nurture. She didn't even know how to communicate and have a conversation with the kids sitting across from her. How about asking what he want to eat? If you want to make an impression, ask him what he want to eat, then cook it. You cook, then ask. You don't know this boy? He probably allergic to spaghetti. He probably allergic to ketchup. And who the hell puts ketchup in spaghetti? Jesus Christ. Just that whole scene was uncomfortable for me. Just them talking about open relationship was uncomfortable for me. I don't know, just not here for Kiyomi. She's another one. Put her on the same list with Alexis Spike. I'm sorry for those of you who are Kiyomi fans. Q not a fan of it. Sidebar, make sure you guys get my Dream Bigger shirt. It will be in the description bar below. And also, thank you guys for showing me so much birthday love. I had a whole lot of fun with y'all last week on my birthday. I am now 27 years old. If you want to give me some birthday love, my Cash App is $QH Enterprise. If you haven't got my shirt, go get some merch in my description bar and also get my book. All right, so let's go down to the last scene of the night. Game night with Young Jock. This was a very, I feel like, funny scene to me. So you had Safari, Erica Mena show up to Young Jock's game night. I think the game night was a cute little idea. Erica Mena, she looked great. Her body snatched back. Shout out to Safari. I've always had a crush on Safari. I think he's cute. He's funny. He's silly. I don't know. He's just a funny person to me. They back in Atlanta. I feel like Safari and Erica Mena are always going to work, especially long as the Love and Hip Hop franchise is open and available. Those two are always going to work. Let's talk about what's not working. This whole little relationship situation between Shooter, Cheyenne, and Kiyomi is not working. Whoa. So let's talk. So Kiyomi basically, she lets it be known like, hey, I don't mind you doing what you do on the side. She's basically letting him know like, hey, I don't mind you having a side piece, but all your side pieces need to know who I am and respect me and my position. Her position is, she's an HBIC. She is the queen of all my dimes. All right. So they go to the event of game night with Young Jock, and Cheyenne is sitting at the table with Scrap De Leon. Scrap is like, hey, your boyfriend is here. Speaking of boyfriend, they had a little shot game earlier, and Cheyenne didn't take a shot because she didn't have a boyfriend. Ding, 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 ding. You don't have a boyfriend, girl, so you should have been taking a shot. So Shooter shows up with Kiyomi in they all white matching outfits, baby. The drama starts from there. Of course, Cheyenne gets up. She walks over. She's like, what's this? What's going on? Shooter's like, you already know what's going on. I feel like that's so whack when guys be like, oh, you already know what's up. You know what's going on. I feel like that's whack. I also feel like what's whack is the fact that Cheyenne went to real estate school for what? Ain't real estate school like 6 weeks, and the fact that you turn around and then that's when you meet Kiyomi and then Kiyomi come in and take her position or however the story, that is foolishness. I hate when guys play them kind of games. Like, I don't know, like, that's just the rules of dating, and that's just how dating goes. It's like a whole gambling situation. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like rolling dice. I mean, it may go or may not. That's a whole nother dating video. A whole nother video. But anyways, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know how y'all feel about this episode of Love and Hip Hop. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys grab my shirts. I have different logos and different things in the merch line. Go down and get a merch, and make sure you guys go down and get my dreams, my Dear Dreamer book. I will see you guys in the next video. It's your boy Q. I'll see y'all later. Peace.